If you're no longer able to get erections like you used to, the problem might not be where you think it is. Over the last 10 years, I've treated hundreds of men over 60 who came to my office feeling incapable, lost, and ashamed. And most of them were making the same mistake, blaming their age when the real culprit was silent, invisible, and working from the inside. Because what destroys erections isn't the passage of time, it's the blood that stops flowing properly. And once you understand that, once you learn how to reopen those blocked pathways, everything comes back. The firmness, the sensation, the confidence, sometimes even stronger than you remembered. What's most impressive is that for many of my patients, the solution started with something so simple that almost no one believes it at first. 4 common fruits you probably already have at home right now. I'm Dr. Natália Castro, and I'm going to explain this to you with complete clarity. These 4 fruits act directly on the microscopic blood vessels in the penis, the same ones that start to clog years before any other symptoms appear. When those vessels get blocked, no matter how much you want it or how hard you try, without blood flow, there is no erection. But there is a way back, and it doesn't involve pills, injections, or surgery. It goes through what you eat. Because when you clear those tiny arteries, when you restore circulation exactly where it matters most, the body responds quickly, naturally, and without side effects. Some men notice changes in days, others in weeks. And one of these fruits works so fast that you can feel results in less than half an hour. Now, before I reveal which fruits they are and how they work, I want you to understand one thing. What you're experiencing isn't normal just because it happens to other men too. It's not inevitable, and it's definitely not irreversible. I've seen men age 70, 75, even 82 regain firm, full erections without ever taking a single blue pill. So if you're feeling like a failure, avoiding intimacy, or afraid of trying and failing again, you need to know there is real science-based hope and real results. You'll understand all of this in the next few minutes. But first, let me tell you something almost no doctor explains. When a man loses the ability to have firm erections, his body isn't just signaling age. It's sounding a much more serious alarm. The arteries in the penis are the smallest in the human body, less than 2 millimeters in diameter. So when circulation starts to decline, when plaque, inflammation, and blood sugar begin clogging the vessels, these tiny arteries are the first to get blocked, long before the heart, long before the brain, long before any serious symptoms show up. That means erectile difficulties aren't the end, they're the beginning. It's your body warning you that something bigger is happening inside. And if you ignore that warning, if you think it's just part of aging and do nothing, the same problems blocking blood flow to the penis will start blocking larger, more dangerous arteries. And then the consequences can become serious. But here's the good news. If the problem is circulation, then improving circulation can reverse everything. And that's exactly where these 4 fruits come in. Each one works in a different way to open those pathways, clear the arteries, and restore blood flow where you need it most. When the blood flows strongly again, when those tiny vessels fill completely once more, erections return, firm, lasting, natural, just as you remember, and in some cases, even better. So let's get straight to it. I'll start with the first fruit. This one is so powerful that many urologists call it nature's Viagra. And it's no exaggeration. Clinical studies have proven it can measurably improve erection quality. Best of all, you don't need a prescription. You can start today. The first fruit is pomegranate. The reason it works so well is pure chemistry. Pomegranate is packed with an antioxidant called punicalagin, which increases nitric oxide levels in the body. Nitric oxide is the chemical signal that relaxes blood vessels, opens arteries, and allows blood to flow at full force. Without enough nitric oxide, no matter how aroused you are or how much you want it, the blood simply won't reach where it needs to go. But when you regularly consume pomegranate and supply your body with these powerful antioxidants, nitric oxide levels rise, arteries relax, blood flow increases, and erections return. One of my patients, I'll call him Roberto, was 65 and hadn't had a full erection in over a year. He came to my office devastated, convinced he'd never experience real intimacy again. We discussed medication, but he didn't want it due to fear of side effects. So I suggested he drink 1 glass of pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice every day. 3 weeks later, he returned, and the look on his face said everything. Dr. Natalia, it works. I didn't believe it at first, but it works. And he wasn't just talking about erections, he felt more energetic, alert, and present overall. Because pomegranate doesn't just improve penile circulation, it improves circulation throughout the entire body. Heart, brain, muscles, everything. One important detail: pomegranate also has proven benefits for prostate health. So if you're dealing with urinary issues, waking up multiple times at night, or noticing a weaker stream, this fruit can help both problems at once. You can consume it as pure juice, fresh seeds, or blended into smoothies. The key is that it be natural, no boxed juice full of sugar. The purer, the better. But pomegranate is just the beginning. The next fruit works even faster. It contains a specific amino acid that the body converts directly into fuel for circulation. When eaten at the right time, especially at night, the effects can start in under 30 minutes. Comment below where you're watching from. I get messages from men all over the country going through the exact same thing. Knowing you're here is already a huge step. The second fruit is watermelon. If you think it's just water and sugar, you're completely mistaken. Watermelon contains one of the most powerful natural compounds for erections: citrulline. When you eat watermelon, citrulline is converted into L-arginine, which in turn boosts nitric oxide production. The same mechanism used by erectile dysfunction drugs. Only natural, no prescription. No side effects like headaches, dizziness, or blurred vision, just results. Plus, watermelon citrulline doesn't just affect penile blood vessels. It improves overall circulation, lowers blood pressure, and increases physical stamina. I had a retired police officer patient who started eating watermelon every day before bed. He told me, "Doctor, I thought it was nonsense, but in 2 weeks I already felt the difference. Not just in bed, but in energy, mood, even sleep quality." When the body is well oxygenated and blood circulates properly, everything works better. There's a right way to consume watermelon to maximize the effect. Prefer the whole fruit over juice. Eat it at night, a few hours before bed. Include the white part near the rind. That's where citrulline is most concentrated. Most people throw away the most powerful part. If you don't like the taste, blend it with lemon and a little ginger. It tastes great and works even better. Watermelon alone makes a big difference, but when combined with the next fruit, the effect multiplies. This third fruit contains a rare antioxidant so potent that it not only improves circulation, but also naturally boosts testosterone. It's a small fruit you've probably eaten thousands of times, but once you understand its power, you'll never look at it the same way. The third fruit is dark grapes, red or black. Their secret lies in a compound called resveratrol, which works on 3 fronts at once. It relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow. It reduces chronic inflammation that damages arteries over the years. It supports natural testosterone production. So you're not just improving circulation, you're attacking the problem from all sides. I had a 71-year-old patient, married nearly 50 years, who came in feeling completely drained. No energy, no desire, no motivation. He thought this was just the end of the line. After testing, we found low testosterone and poor circulation. Among other adjustments, I asked him to eat a small handful of dark grapes daily. A month later, he returned lighter, more present, more himself. Lab results confirmed improved testosterone and reduced inflammatory markers. Resveratrol works gradually but deeply. It's not instant, it's a steady rebuild. The longer you maintain the habit, the stronger the results. Eat them fresh, frozen as a dessert, or in salads. The key is that they be dark grapes. Green ones lack the same resveratrol concentration. The darker the skin, the better. Now we come to the fourth fruit, one of the most common. You probably have it in your kitchen right now. Many people eat it for breakfast without realizing the good it's doing. This fruit acts as a natural artery cleaner. It reduces inflammation, strengthens vessel walls, and improves arterial flexibility. When arteries become more flexible, blood flows better. Simple as that. The fourth fruit group is citrus fruits. Orange, lemon, grapefruit, tangerine. They all contain powerful flavonoids, especially one called hesperidin, which strengthens blood vessels from the inside out. It's crucial because simply opening vessels isn't enough if they're still weak, inflamed, or damaged. You need to rebuild the structure. Citrus fruits do exactly that. Reduce oxidative stress, lower blood pressure, and improve arterial elasticity all at once. I always tell my patients your arteries are like garden hoses. If they're clogged, flow can't pass. But if they're stiff, cracked, or damaged, even if you unclog them, flow remains weak. You need both cleaning and flexibility, and citrus delivers both. One of my long-term patients, a retired engineer, drank a glass of fresh squeezed orange juice every day. No sugar, no concentrate. At 68, his circulation was like that of someone 10 years younger. It wasn't luck, it was habit. The best way to consume citrus, prefer the whole fruit over just juice. You get the fiber that helps control blood sugar. If making juice, do it fresh and drink immediately. To boost the effect even more, add a little ginger or turmeric. Their anti-inflammatory properties complement citrus perfectly. To recap, pomegranate boosts nitric oxide. Watermelon provides citrulline, dark grapes, resveratrol, and testosterone support. Citrus fruits clean and strengthen arteries. 4 fruits, 4 mechanisms, 1 goal: restore blood flow where you need it most. When you combine them and eat these fruits regularly, you're not just improving erections. You're protecting your heart, brain, energy, and mood. You're rebuilding whole body health. But here's the full truth: the fruits alone already make a big difference. However, if you want to maximize results and recover full function as quickly as possible, combine them with a few simple habits. No gym marathons or crazy diets. Just small adjustments any man can make. Movement. Walk 20 minutes a day. Morning, afternoon, or night doesn't matter. Walking forces the heart to pump faster, expands blood vessels, and naturally activates circulation. One 69-year-old patient started walking after breakfast and dinner, 30 minutes total daily. In 3 weeks, morning erections were firmer. In 2 months, full erections returned during intimacy. Nothing else changed. Hydration. Most men over 60 are chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Blood is 90% water. If you don't drink enough, blood becomes thick and slow. Drink several glasses throughout the day, especially first thing in the morning. Flavor with lemon, cucumber, or mint if plain water bores you. Sleep. During sleep, the body regulates testosterone, repairs blood vessels, and balances hormones. Poor sleep sabotages everything. Aim for at least 7 hours. If you snore loudly or wake tired, get checked for sleep apnea. It destroys both testosterone and circulation. Cut the artery destroyers. Processed meats, fried foods, and excess alcohol inflame arteries and build plaque. You don't need perfection, just consistency. Good habits. 5 days a week undone by weekend binges won't deliver results. In summary, eat the 4 fruits, walk daily, stay hydrated, sleep well, and avoid what harms you. 5 simple actions, nothing extreme, just discipline and consistency. If you take this seriously, you'll likely start feeling differences in a few weeks. This isn't a magic promise, it's biology, the body finally getting what it's needed for years. Results vary. Some men notice changes in days, others weeks or months, depending on individual blockage, lifestyle, and body. But one thing is certain, if you do nothing, nothing changes. In 6 months, you'll be worse, not the same. But if you start today, if you decide to care for your body with the seriousness it deserves, in 6 months you could be completely transformed. Firm erections, high energy, renewed confidence, active intimacy, and a quality of life you thought was gone forever. I have seen it hundreds of times in men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, men who had lost all hope and now live better than they did in their 50s. So don't give up, don't accept this is just how it is. Don't settle for thinking you've lost your function forever, because you haven't. It's just blocked. Blocks can be cleared, circulation can be restored, health can be regained. All you need is to start, and starting doesn't have to be perfect or radical. It just has to be today. Buy a pomegranate, a watermelon, some dark grapes. Start with what you can, but start. If this made sense to you, if you finally feel like you understand what's happening in your body, subscribe to the channel. Here I share clear, science-based information designed especially for men over 60 who want to live with health, energy, and dignity. And tell me in the comments which of these fruits you'll try first. I'll be reading because you're not alone in this and you're not too old. You were just missing the right information. Now you have it. The rest is up to you.